What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Classic Chronicles. I hope everybody enjoyed yesterday's vlog where I reviewed AEW All Out. If you haven't checked that out, please do. But for right now, we're gonna keep the wrestling train rolling here, and we're gonna talk about WWE Payback, which went down this past Saturday night in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It was a great show. So let's break it down. To open up Payback, you had Trish Stratus taking on Becky Lynch in a steel cage match, and what might have been the best match of Trish Stratus's career. She really bought it. She really proved to people that she can still go, even after being out of the ring for so long, and then coming back on this run that she's currently on, and she proved that she's still able to deliver. Remember, as you may or may not know, she was the first woman to main event Raw and be in a steel cage in WWE against Lita back in 2004. So she's no stranger to making history inside of a steel cage. But yeah, great showing by both women, and in the end, Becky Lynch came out on top despite Zoe Stark getting involved several times, and then at the end of the match, there was a little tiff between Zoe Stark and Trish Stratus, which led to Zoe Stark hitting her Z360 finisher on Trish Stratus and effectively ending their relationship. I don't know if this is the end of Trish's current run, but it'll be interesting to see where Trish goes from here, and that was pretty cool. And then after that, Becky Lynch was confronted by NXT Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton backstage, and that's going to set up a matchup between those two in the future. So that's going to be an interesting matchup. A real test for Tiffany, and a chance for Becky to kind of help the young talent in NXT alone. So yeah, and then okay. So next up, you had John Cena come out, the host of Payback, and say that he was the special guest referee for the forthcoming contest, which pitted LA Knight against The Miz. And The Miz came out and said, "I don't know why you're even a guest referee. You don't have a referee shirt and all this." And John Cena, he pulls out a referee shirt, and then which leads to LA Knight coming out, and The Miz and LA Knight having their match. And what a great match it was, man. This whole rivalry between The Miz and LA Knight has been great. With the back and forth promo battles, and Miz dressing, impersonating LA Knight, it was awesome. It's all been awesome, I should say. But in the end, LA Knight came out on top, defeating The Miz, and at the end of the match, LA Knight and John Cena shared a moment of respect. They shook hands on the entranceway, and John Cena gave LA Knight his props. And then next up, you had a Rey Mysterio defending the United States championship against Austin Theory. Rey Mysterio, a three-time United States champion, and Austin Theory just trying to get it back. And great back and forth match between the two, but in the end, Rey Mysterio was able to pull out the W with a reverse victory roll pin. Nothing too crazy to write home about on that one. And next up, you had Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn defending the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships against Finn Balor and Damian Priest of the Judgment Day, in a Pittsburgh Steel City Street fight. Lots of crazy spots here, table spots. Kevin Owens put Finn Balor through a table, and J.D. McDonough interfered. he's probably going to join the Judgment Day soon. That's what it looks like. That's what they're heading towards. And in the end, Finn Balor and Damian Priest were able to defeat Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn thanks to Dominic Mysterio. And Kevin Owens got a gnarly, got busted open gnarly during the match, man. It was crazy. Blood was dripping all over his face, which is a nice sight to see because WWE usually doesn't allow their performance to get busted open. So that was a nice sight to see. And yeah, so like I said, Finn with the win, Finn Balor becomes is now a Grand Slam champion. He's won a World Heavyweight Championship and every other major title available in WWE at the current time. So yeah, congratulations to Finn Balor on that feat. That's not a easy feat to accomplish, and Finn Balor, has done that. So again, congratulations. But this will not be the last of Dominic Mysterio that we will be seeing at Payback, because in the very next match, Rhea Ripley, also of the Judgment Day, defended the WWE Women's World Championship against Raquel Rodriguez, and Dominic Mysterio helped Rhea Ripley pick up the win in that matchup as well. What do you call it? Rhea Ripley. Oh God. Rhea Ripley did a good job of attacking the knee of Raquel Rodriguez, and Raquel Rodriguez did a great job of selling the injury. So major props to those women. And then what do you call it, man? And in your main event, man. Before the main event, I'm sorry. It was the Grayson Waller effect with a special guest, Cody Rhodes. Grayson Waller, great up and coming talent, was drafted to SmackDown not too long ago. Came from NXT. Great talker, great performer, and the typical antagonist heel, and trying to get under Cody Rhodes' skin, and interrupting his sentences and all of that. But Cody kept his composure, and went on the Grayson Waller effect to announce that Jey Uso, who seemingly quit the WWE 2 weeks prior, is back on Monday Night Raw. Is back solo on Monday night and is a member of the Raw roster. So good for Jay and Jimmy, who's his brother on SmackDown. They're leading to a match between the two somewhere down the line. As to where that happens, only time will tell. But yeah, so Jay will be making his solo Monday Night Raw debut this upcoming Monday. Jay, by the time you're watching this, Jay will already had made his Monday Night Raw debut. But what do you call it? And then what do you call it? In your main event, it was Seth freaking Rollins taking on Shinsuke Nakamura for the WWE defending the WWE World Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura, and Shinsuke's mentor and the man that he had that was a part of his mentor's last match. The Great Muta was in the crowd to watch Shinsuke Nakamura go for the World Championship, and it was mentioned on commentary that this was Shinsuke's first WWE pay-per-view main event. And yeah, so good for Shinsuke. But in the end, after a great back and forth match, Seth freaking Rollins was able to pick up the win on Shinsuke Nakamura, and that ended the pay-per-view. All in all, a great show. And the next time WWE will be on pay-per-view is September 30th for WWF No Mercy. It's an NXT event, and then the week after that, on October 7th, is WWE Fastlane from Indianapolis, Indiana. So lots of WWE action coming up in the next month, and leading into October. But anyway, that's gonna do it for this episode of the Classic Chronicles. Like, subscribe, share. Don't forget to hit that notification button so you don't miss a video. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.